Yo, now you got that holy sword right in your hands now. You better be fucking swinging that shit and fucking taking out this piece of shit X-Act. So I was like, oh shit, from this chapter, let's go, let's see like this fucking holy ass sword, like Shinken Hakyoken going into action. And like, this is the thing, is like for all of them, Nana was like telling you, saying like, oh yeah, let's look at this holy sword now, it's like shine so brightly, and it's like, oh, it reflects the lights from your eyes, and it means that, you know, you're showing your like abilities of God facing off against it. And it's like, well then, if like this thing, especially if this holy sword and all that, treats X-Axis as a godly being, I hate to see what it is like when it goes against you Watch or like Hashwo or like Uryu, because it's like, obviously those guys are way fucking more powerful than honestly than this guy, and I'm like, not particularly too sure about this blade at the moment. It's like, seems a little bit iffy. It's like, in this motherfucker, I guess it's just me being a bit salty because I honestly generally don't like the X-Axis or like, it's like, I mean, this is the thing with him, it's like, especially, it's like, I love his fucking design. Like, I love the owly, like, heavenly being design. It really looks like something from Claymore. It's just like, he's such an underdeveloped character, and it's just like, there's nothing to him apart from, I snipe motherfuckers. Like, that's my only issue with the guy. Like, throughout and it's like, this is the one thing, it's like, say, like, Madara Uchiha has a fucking awesome character design and all that. If he was just nothing, if he was just a blank board, I'd be like, ah, oh, no, that's such a cool-ass design, but no. Or like Gurren Lagann or something like that. He's generally the entire, like, bunch of Gurren Lagann on there. Just, oh my god, just a porn fest of just design. And let's just say, like, Simone Kami, like, Kamina, the coolest man on earth, like that. It's like, you're telling me if he was, like, just a piece of shit, and you're like, oh, but his design is so cool, like, yeah, come on, like that. But anyway, we're starting. So it was very interesting to see that we got more of the flashback about from what we saw of, like, you know, Nanao's sister, and it's like, yeah, I'm like passing on like the sword and everything to like Kyoraku. It's like, I beg you, like, I implore you, like, take care of this. And it's like, when she was in, like, you know, training and everything for like the Soul Society, it's like she actually does remember him having like the hairpins and everything, and, you know, wearing the kimono. And that's very interesting. It's like when she actually she was raised by like just these farmer people. It's like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I was like, you know, since my mother, like, after my mother passed away and everything, it's like I was taken in by this elderly couple that were like related to the Issei family, and they, you know, they treated me like they were his own daughter. And she's like, yeah, this is kind of cool, like, you know, even though I can't like make an Asasuchi, which this kind of makes more sense in the long run why we've never seen her use a Zanpakuto or anything. It must be like the Issei family because like maybe it has something to do with the actual royal weapon itself. That could have a potential like thing about it, like, oh, by the way, the entire family can't produce an Asasuchi because, you know, our entire family is inherited to like this one sword. So that's kind of interesting. And even when we saw Kyoraku as well, it's like, oh, like when he saw the now like in his squadron, like, he took away those hairpins and all that. It was like, maybe I don't want to let her know that I was that person that took care of the sword, or just kind of remember everything about that. Honestly, the most disappointing thing about the chapter is like, now you're talking about how great this sword is and how like powerful it is and all that. It's like, this is the thing. You're telling me like you don't know how to use the sword and all that. It's like, oh, by the way, it's just like he starts creating this massive fucking light ball. It's all like, oh yeah, you complimentally call me a god and all that, but this will be the very last thing you see. You wasted your opportunity to get like to kill you and all that. And it's like, wow, really? I'm just like, fucking Christ and all that. It's like that was the one thing that I was like, a little bit iffy about and all that. But honestly, the nicest parts of it was like seeing Kyoraku in this chapter and like getting a lot more development on his case, like, you know, seeing with his brother and all that, like passing him down like the hairpins and all that. It's from like his mother. It's like, yeah, like I need you to like shoulder on this burden of like taking care of like the sword once again. And it's like, and honestly, it's like it was like one bit that I really liked. It's like when he came out of the shadows and all that and saying like, you know, now, like, I beg you, take this weight off my shoulder and all that. Forgive me, like, the taking charge of this sword once again. Please allow me to protect you. And it's just like grabbing, like, got like her hands with the sword and all that, saying, "Let's go." And like, I like that part of the chapter. My only issue is like, this chapter could have actually, like, it would have been a lot better if we actually did see like her using the sword right at the end and slashing it down. It's like, I feel like kind of dragging it on a little bit longer on there. It's like, I really did like a lot of the stuff in the chapter, but it was like, oh, come on. It's like, don't talk big now about this sword or how great it is if you don't know how to fucking... You know more about the sword and all that. And it's like, she isn't a fucking, like, you can say, oh, but she's never touched the sword before. But, like, she's not fucking dumb. Like, she knows how to do a great amount of kilos. Yeah, she can't use them as a sushi and all that. But you're telling me in that whole time in there, like, Kyoraku wouldn't have told her how to use the sword whatsoever or anything. But it's like, maybe there wasn't any time for any of that. But it's like, regardless of Sana, it's just nitpicking on my pants. But I really did like this chapter a lot. So I'm looking forward to seeing the finale of it. And, well, that's the thing. It's like, once this, like, Kyoraku stuff ends, you know, with the X-axis, we'll have to honestly wait and see, like, what entails with Bleach and all that. Because, like, I didn't remember saying, like, I only really cared until seeing the Kyoraku stuff. And, like, maybe Grimjars and stuff that can pull me back into it, but we'll have to wait and see, honestly. Like, I'm really curious. I'm gonna give this one a full 7 out of 10 this week. I really did enjoy it, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this chapter of Bleach, but I will catch you guys next time.